Well, today we get to do something pretty cool. We are going to climb to the top of Black Butte, which is right next to Mount Shasta, in the Shasta Trinity National Forest. Last time I was here was about 10 years ago, and the night I arrived, a storm moved in, and I headed up this same trail, and it was downpouring rain. I was barely even a runner back then. I guess I'd been running a little bit for a year. I maybe had done a 10K by then, but now it's different, And a little storm moved in last night as I arrived here 10 years later. So it's pretty cold, but it's not raining very hard. It's just kind of drizzly. So up at the top, it's going to probably be pretty cold. I've got a heavier jacket on right now because it is pretty cold. It's like 42 degrees right now. So we're going to head on up this trail and I'll show you what it's like, and hopefully we won't freeze our butts off. So let's take it on. So it's starting to rain a little bit here, it's a drizzle. It's still a drizzle, but it's a little bit heavier drizzle. And I'm realizing, my phone is waterproof, water resistant, but my gimbal is not. So we're gonna see how well a gimbal does in the rain, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna get wetter as we go. By the way, this is about a 5.2 mile trip up and down, so round trip. So only a little over 2.5 miles to the top. And there's a section of the trail somewhere along here that got wiped out, so we're gonna have to see if we can get across that. I'm sure we can, so we're gonna keep going up. If you're not watching this video soon after I recorded it or soon after I posted it, it is autumn right now, which you could probably see by some of the trees and plants around here. It is not quite October. I believe it's the very end of September. I think it's like the 29th or 30th today. And so that makes it quite beautiful in certain places. Trees are starting to change color, so I love it. So. I don't know if you could tell, but it is getting pretty windy up here. We are a little bit more than halfway up, and it's not as wet here, but it is getting more windy. But I'm keeping warm. It's doing fine. I also wanted to mention that I am not able to show you what Black Butte looks like today, nor was I able to see it 10 years ago when I was here, but I did get a shot of it yesterday, so I'll show that to you as well. It's a pretty cool looking peak. This is Mount Shasta is a volcano, and this was also formed by volcanic activity. So all this rock you're seeing is volcanic rock. It is awesome. I'm still waiting for that section of the trail that got wiped out, so hopefully I'll show that to you soon. But can't wait to get to the top. Let's keep going. Well, I'm realizing that this section of the trail that got wiped out could have happened any time in the last 10 years. So I don't know when it happened, but it does look like this is the section of trail, and they tried to fix it. So no danger trying to cross here. We've got to be close to the top. I don't know how far. It's windy. Let's keep going. I made it to the top. 10 years ago, I was not able to get to the actual top because it was too windy. Today, it's still windy, but I was able to make it. And I didn't realize there's this big rock wall built around the top here. So I'm gonna duck down so maybe you can hear me a little bit better. Okay, you may be noticing that I'm slurring my words just a little bit, but that is not because I've been drinking since 6:30 this morning. It's not. I've not been drinking since 6:30 in the morning. It's because it's goddamn cold. My hands are frozen, my lips are frozen, so this is what happens to me when it's really cold. And I feel awkward filming video and talking to you because I feel like I have been drinking, but I've not. So, but this is it. We made it to the top. We are going to head down so we can go get some hot coffee. So let's get out of here. It's too cold. Well, I'm trying to run down as much as I can, but this trail is actually pretty technical, and there's a lot of loose rocks. You know, I usually love rocks in my runs, but these are loose and they're sharp too. So I've already kind of gouged into the side of my foot. Not literally gouged, but it hurt. So got to be careful. I don't want to fall. I'm trying to keep my hands warm. They're like frozen. They're so, again, not literally, but really cold, kind of painfully cold. So I'm trying to keep my hands in my pockets a little bit to warm them up. But then that's more of a risk of falling and not being able to protect myself. So it's going to be not very fast going down. I can't really run a lot of it, but who cares? It's beautiful out here. It's awesome. I love it. This is great. This is what I wanted. This is what I came here for. So let's keep going. Well, we finished. Got back to the car. Got 5.25 miles. Not very much. That was not a lot of miles for how long that took, but it was fun. It was awesome to be out there. So it has warmed up a little bit. There's been a little bit of clearance in the clouds here and there, but I still want some coffee. So that's the top priority right now. Go get some coffee and then head north to Bend, Oregon, where I'm going to be running tomorrow, hopefully. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.